I'm Rick.
And I'm Josh.
And I'm Jeff. And you're in the Flat Earth Zone.
The Flat Earth.
Is that what today is, boys?
Zone.
Let's go.
Conspiracy zone's hitting the Flat Earth.
Finally doing
finally.
these Flat Earthers because these assholes are really getting on my nerves lately.
Oh, shit.
The Flat Earthers are up.
Both.
Yeah.
Both, my man. Both, I'm sure.
I'm not sure if you guys think the world's round or not.
We're going to find out by the end of this
What
podcast.
makes you so angry about Flat Earth?
Because it's annoying my TikTok feed. Because I follow,
you keep watching it.
Yeah,
it's in your algorithm.
Yeah, but
right?
now it's like in my algorithm, and I can't get. And it keeps showing me the idiots that believe it.
Can you prove,
Okay.
can you prove that it ain't?
Yeah, yeah, like 1,000 different ways.
Wait, okay.
Okay, so you're going in right away with this one, like
So what do you...
anger and hate
The
and
conspiracy is that people are brainwashing people into thinking the fucking Earth's flat. What are they getting out of it?
what are they getting out of it?
Money.
Really?
Yeah, there's tons of flat Earth creators
okay,
that are
yeah.
selling fucking gold and brain pills and shit.
Well, you're saying you're seeing this in your feed, so like what are they saying? Like it's just flat and that's the end of it? Or?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Where's the forbidden zone?
See,
Where's this?
a lot of my feed now you can go on YouTube and look up like Flat Earth Dave, right?
Right.
Is like a huge creator?
Oh, he's a real creator.
Yeah,
Okay.
who like comes up with videos that if you take zero time to like think critically, you'll go, oh, that seems plausible. Oh my God, the Earth's flat because
Right.
the government lies,
Right.
which means every government and every scientist that's ever lived has lied, which is just a
Yeah.
stupid hypothesis. Yeah, the government lies about shit that helps it.
Yeah.
There's no help to it being flat or round.
They don't lie to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a little sidetrack. There's another Dave that's on TikTok that you showed me that I can't stop watching.
Which Dave is
Who's
this?
that?
Dancing Dave.
Oh, Dancing Dave. I love
Dancing Dave,
Dude,
baby.
Dancing Dave.
Oh,
Dancing
my
Dave?
God.
Yo, he's made
What
a
is
comeback
this?
lately.
What
Has
is
he?
it?
I haven't seen him in like
Yeah.
a couple months, and then like the last week, I've been seeing Dancing Dave a lot. He's doing a lot of lives.
A lot of lives? All
Dancing
right.
Dave.
Yeah,
he
fill me in.
just goes live, and he's probably like 85.
Yeah,
And he just dances like a motherfucker. It's like it's the same kind of moves over and over again.
it's the
but
same move. It's the same.
but
like
it's
three
hypnotic,
moves.
and it's like, what
Dude,
the-
I can't stop watching.
Dude, this sounds like it reminds me of Sunny in Philadelphia, the diaper
Yeah,
guy.
the
What's the time?
yeah.
Diaper time. That guy?
Yes,
something like
it's
this.
exactly that. Where they're like, this is so stupid,
But I can't
stop watching. Right.
That's
So it's
it.
one of them train wrecks. All right.
Dude, and he dances to like rap music and shit. Like it's not like old, some shit from the 50s or something.
Right,
He's
right.
like up to date.
Yeah, he's doing new dances.
Yeah.
Dude, I get so excited when he goes live. I'll be like to my wife, Elisa, Dancing Dave's on. And she'll be
Do you
like,
get-
I
do you
don't
get
give
alerts?
a shit. Stop telling me.
I don't give
Do you get alerts when he comes
Yeah.
on? So do I.
Oh, he's got the bell rang and everything. He's
hell
a
yeah.
in. Okay.
Now, Dancing Dave says flat Earth. I believe it's flat Earth.
He's dancing on it, baby.
Dancing Dave went to school a long time ago.
Yeah.
When they like taught you stuff, so
He's
or
not.
science wasn't looked at as a terrible thing.
He's better than that.
So there's flat Earth Dave.
Yeah. Flat
his
Earth
thing?
Dave. He's a grifter on YouTube who makes like, semi-cogent arguments about the Earth being flat, and then tries to sell you gold, so that when the world ends, because it's going to end because it's flat. I don't know what his whole point is.
Yeah.
But he just sells his people like doomsday shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
He found the doomsday, like the food bucket niche
Yeah.
through the
You're
Earth
kinda
being
guy, my guy.
flat.
So I know it's crazy with the Microsoft outage. My TikTok feed it's all trying to get me to buy survival guides and books and
Yeah.
stuff
Oh,
like that.
really?
Like it just hit like right after the outage. From now, probably from a few weeks from now, it's like the power's gonna go out.
Yeah.
No more drinking water. You need this.
See, I
book.
have a lot of those guys in my feed anyway because I just like to keep tabs on those
There you go.
maniacs and see what they're up to.
Can't count you out. We got to see what you're doing here.
I always got to follow the food bucket guys.
Yeah.
Food
They're
bucket
fun.
people are my favorite people.
Yeah.
To doomsday planners. Is
It's
that what that is?
because they're selling a product and they'll say anything to get it
Yeah,
sold. So the shit
exactly.
they're saying
Yeah.
is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, like the world's gonna end. What do you need fucking dried up food for?
Yeah.
Just go with it.
Well, if you have that chance of survival, if you got
The
that
asteroid,
shelter.
if the asteroid's coming, I'm going to the beach like on Deep Impact and just standing there waiting for the 1,000-foot wave to wash over me. I'm not looking for food buckets that scrounge around in a cave. Fuck that.
All right, I'm going to give you some reasons why I think they're this flat.
All right.
Oh, you
prove
think
them.
you
All right,
actually
let's
believe
see
this, or are you
I'll
just
go with
fucking
it.
around?
Yeah,
All
fuck
right.
it. All right. How come we can't see the curve?
How can you not see the curve?
I don't see the curve.
When you look out in the distance,
Do
it
you
just
realize
looks flat.
how large the Earth is?
Yeah, but I can see pretty far out into the ocean.
You
And
can't
don't be
see
curving.
You can
shit.
see to the horizon.
You can't see
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that?
Nothing. It's flat.
It goes around.
Nope. That's the end.
That's
That's
the
it.
end. So you see the edge all the time.
Yeah.
Well, where's the ice wall?
The ice wall?
The one they speak of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see that far.
Antarctica doesn't exist.
Oh, now your vision don't work well.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that part I can't tell.
Well, that's one of the things is like
There's an ice wall.
The
right?
human eye can only see 3.4 miles. Well, their claim is that the sun is only 3,000 miles away. I can see the sun, so obviously I can see 3,000 miles, not just.
But
3.
that is
Okay.
highly illuminated, bright,
the moon.
Yeah, same
The
deal.
moon's 3,000 miles
bouncing
away also.
light from the sun off of it.
So
sun
why
is the thing that-
why couldn't I see things on Earth 3,000 miles away that have light bouncing off it?
Yeah.
So if you were in Europe and you were at the top of the Eiffel Tower and you had a light as bright as the sun,
Mm-hmm.
you're saying we couldn't see it here
Exactly.
because of the curve.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if
look
there
at
wasn't a curve, we would be able to see it.
Yes. If it was flat, you would be able to see right across the ocean from the Jersey Shore
Rick's,
right over to jolly
you don't
old
say.
England.
No, I mean, look, I don't believe it. But we gotta have some opposing views.
But right. But like, what are they saying that makes it? They're so convinced that it is.
Yeah. So there's, tons of different things that like this flat Earth Dave and different people.
Right.
The reason actually that I thought of this is because they're trying. There's guys, Mr. McGloby face or something.
Wait, what?
He's
That's
a
his
globe.
name.
He's a
okay.
globe guy,
Okay.
and he and this flat Earth.
Wait,
Dave,
there's globe guys now.
Yeah,
So they go at it?
They fight against the flat Earth people.
It's round. It's flat.
That's equally stupid.
That's crazy.
Why giving them an
it's
argument?
really not, because it's getting to like an inflection point where like it used to be, a couple thousand people believe this.
Right.
Now it's starting to become millions and millions.
That's insanity.
Because of the internet, because you can make a video that depicts anything. As Ricky found out with his head transplant.
That's real. That's real. Head transplants are
But
coming.
like you can make
Any day now,
a
baby.
video that pretty much proves anything.
Right.
If the person who's watching it is willing to believe it.
Right.
Which is what we've gotten to the point of, is we've convinced everyone that any expert from here back 10,000 years has been lying to them. For what reason, I don't know.
Right.
But they're convinced of that. So they're open to believing anything.
yeah.
So if you can show them a semi-convincing thing, like what he said, if you the horizon is or the you can't
Right,
see
how
the
far you can
curvature,
see it, right.
yeah, because you're standing on the earth, you can't see the curvature. Just imagine an ant on a beach ball; they feel like they're walking on a flat surface.
Yeah, but when I'm in a plane, I don't see no curvature.
You see a circle.
No, I don't.
Sure you do. If you look out the window, you see it's like a semicircle like that.
I see flat.
There's the problem.
Do you see sky as far as you can see?
I see sky meet land.
Yeah. In a semicircle around you like that.
Everything is a semicircle. It's like it just
If
is.
if you were standing on top of the plane,
right.
what do you see?
My death.
Well, I can tell you what I smell.
Yeah. Yeah, poop. Shit myself. How did I get here?
You smell that? I'm concerned.
I don't know. I've never stood on top of a plane. They won't allow it.
They won't. I tried, man. I tried to figure this
I
out.
can't even get through security with a fucking butter knife. You want me to stand on a plane?
But okay, so what you see doesn't stretch out forever.
Right.
Right. But I can only
If it
see
was
3
flat,
miles.
you would be able to
I
stretch
can only
out
see
forever.
3 miles, Jeff.
Yeah. What if you're 5 miles above the Earth?
Well, I can't see the
You
Earth.
can't see anything. You're just lost in space at that point.
Right.
Yeah, you got a point.
But they're so believing this, it's kind of crazy. And you're saying the numbers are growing. It's getting out of hand.
It's getting to the point where it's out of hand now. It's like too many people believe this, and they're too anti-science, because all you need to do is use science, and you can prove it all the time to yourself.
Right.
All right. Okay. If someone says to you, one of these two things are true, flat Earth or ghosts.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ghosts.
Really? You're going ghosts?
Yeah. Because I don't know what happens to you after you die. I know the Earth's round.
So what do you think, Rick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm going.
You gonna go?
Yeah, I'm going. Flat Earth's not real.
Okay.
Going ghosts. I don't think there is.
We're
ghosts.
going
I don't believe
or
in ghosts,
flowers?
but they're
Yeah.
more possible. Than
You can
flat
convince
Earth.
me easier with a ghost than a flat Earth.
There's no science saying that there's a ghost either way.
Right.
Right. Well, I don't know. Did you ever watch Ghost Hunters? They got some pretty cool gadgets.
They got gadgets, bro. They got good technology.
Didn't you ever see Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
They got Egon has that thing that goes
Little detector, John. Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty convincing to me.
More than a flat Earth.
That's how you know what's funny? A lot, like so many of these conspiracy people base shit on movies.
Right.
Like they base
Like
real
doing
life
this show is
shit
like a
on
lot of the
movies.
shit
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
come out that way for
Yeah.
sure. Like, well, they got the idea from this.
like an Alex Jones type will be like, when something happens, they'll be like, yeah, the Manchurian Candidate from 1967. That they were telling us what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're like, no, they weren't. They were making a fucking movie.
Right. And then you kind of turned
then
it into
you
like it was going to be something.
convoluted the whole thing.
Yeah.
Into
And every
a
once in
weird,
a while, a movie's gonna like tell the future.
Yeah,
There's a
be
lot
like-
of fucking movies.
yeah,
out
like
there.
what? Did
Yeah,
the
they're
Simpsons,
they're bound to land on
Is
something.
the Simpsons a conspiracy of some
Dude, there's a
kind?
lot of
Or
them that
maybe
are fucking
tell
cool.
us
Yeah,
shit?
but there's also how many episodes? 2,000
right,
episodes.
right,
like they're gonna
right.
get some things
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Yeah. Just out of by chance, there's going to be some shit that goes on in The Simpsons, and then it
Wait,
happens.
are
in
The
real
Simpsons
world.
the longest running
I
show
think
of
so.
all
It's got
time?
it's over 30 years.
Yeah,
right?
it's got to be.
That's
right?
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they make like 1 million episodes. It's not like 10 every 2 years like Game of Thrones or something.
I don't know who
Right.
the fuck is still watching The Simpsons though. Are you watching
no,
it? I'm not watching.
I haven't.
I
Dude,
don't
I
even
haven't
think I
watched
watched
The
them then,
Simpsons.
dude.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I haven't watched it since I was a kid when I thought Bart was funny.
I think they just. Yeah, I think they just like keep it around as an institution. Kind of like
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah,
Night Live.
yeah.
Saturday Night Live sucks anymore, but
Yeah.
it's just an institution.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely it. But all right, so the first thing is that the flat earthers will say gravity doesn't exist. Gravity's a hoax because gravity doesn't work on a flat earth.
Yeah, work on my titties.
It's because it exists.
These titties, gravity's taking them. That's all the fuck I know.
I believe in gravity. I do believe in gravity.
It's it, but they say
man's
it's
gonna need
not,
a bra
it's not
soon.
gravity, it's density.
Density.
That's
okay.
what makes things like stay stuck to the earth.
All right.
But that makes no sense because
None of this.
no matter how dense something is, it needs a force to act upon it. They'll stipulate to that. They'll agree. That's how a bike moves. That's how your car moves. That's how you throw a ball.
Yeah.
Like you need to have a force act upon the object in order for it to move.
What do they think is up in space? Like if there's no gravity here, and because we're dense, we stay to it. Do they think that you could walk on them like?
Well,
a planet?
we'll get to that because
Okay.
they don't know what a vacuum is.
Oh,
They think it's a vacuum cleaner.
What?
Yeah, because they don't get the concept of a vacuum. They just know what vacuum cleaners are.
the vacuum cleaner uses technology that's like the reason they named it a vacuum is because it creates a vacuum.
Yeah.
Right? So they just think it's just an appliance.
No, they don't. They don't know what it means that
okay.
there's the vacuum of space. A vacuum just means a place where nothing is, including air.
Yeah.
The Earth is a whole bunch of something.
So if they go up into
So
space, they
therefore-
think they're getting sucked up like the vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, they will stipulate that you need a force to act upon things in order to keep. So they'll say density is why. Like if you hold a gold brick and then drop it, it's the density that attracts it down.
Back. Okay.
But why down? they're saying the density is it's thicker. It's more dense than the air below it, but it's more dense than the air above it and to the side of it.
Yeah,
and anywhere. Yeah. So how does it know to fall down to the ground instead of float up in the air or go off to the side? That's a dumb thing that they never can explain how the thing knows to go towards the earth.
They just ignore that question when it comes up.
Yeah, it's just they'll point to like they think down is down, like they think there's directions in space, which there isn't. Space is just space.
Right.
So they think like all things dense will fall down. But there is no down. If you're in Australia, it would be going up.
Right.
Like
right.
in relativity to us, it would be pulling up to the earth.
Right.
So why doesn't it fall down into outer space? Yeah. So it just makes they don't get the concept of gravity and that the earth has a massive gravitational field that pulls everything toward the center of it, which is why in a flat earth it doesn't work, because in their model everything radiates out from the center.
Right.
So
learning some shit today, boys, with these people.
Their next thing is always to say that water doesn't curve and water always finds its own level. So water always finds its own level is a meaningless statement because they don't know what level is.
Well, first off, they're not thinking about gravity on the earth, right? Because like I get what they're saying. Like if it's going to be level and the earth is round, then it should be all on one side.
They think level means flat.
Yeah,
that's not what level means. Level means perpendicular to the center of the earth. So no matter where you are, if you hold a literal level with the bubble in it, it'll always be perpendicular to the center of mass of the earth. So you can go all over the earth. So something on this side isn't level with something on this side, but both levels could read level.
So say if you had a 50-mile level.
Yeah.
It would kind of like
the center would be.
So if then you measured where the earth was from the level,
right,
as you go further out, you would gain inches away from the earth.
If you were in a relatively what you would call flat area, not with not
the mountains,
hilly and all, but over water. If you did it if you had a calm lake that didn't have any waves, tides coming in, if you had a calm lake and stretch a 50-mile level out across it, of course the middle would be closest to the water, and then it would get further on each side as you went away from the center.
Can we just do that to shut these fuckers up?
You could. You're going to build a 50-mile long level?
It has to be done.
See?
How do you get that's a lot of logistics.
So what are they doing? Just crying online about it and just saying what their theories are? Well, are they doing something about it? Like what are they doing?
What they do is go online and say, water finds its own level.
Okay.
And they think that means something. Like, because if you set a cup here, if you set
gotcha, bitch.
If you set this cup here, the water will become flat inside the cup. Right. So they think that means that water finds its own level, that everything should be flat. So like the whole ocean should just be a big flat disc.
Okay.
It can't curve to a ball because they say water can't curve.
Right, you were saying, right.
But they've obviously never seen a water bead, because the whole thing is just a sphere of water. If you take a drip of water and put it on, something waxy or on your hood of your car when you wax your car,
right?
There's little beads of water. They're spherical, right?
Right.
That means they're curved. Waves crashing on the shore are all curved. The whole water goes like that.
Right.
Water obviously does curve. It just needs to be a force reacting on it. So as the earth is spinning, and the gravitation pulls the water toward the center of the earth. Therefore, it's just going to find the easiest way to get towards the center.
Gotcha, my man.
That's why it disperses itself out. And then, of course, you have the tides, which they can't explain with a flat earth model, because in the flat earth model, the moon and the sun are just
so the moon's not doing it.
They're like in opposite sides under the dome or whatever, and they rotate, around each other.
Okay.
And then they think the tides are like the moon somehow does a magic trick where it magnetically pulls the water up a little bit underneath it, and as it goes around in the circle, that's what makes the tide go around.
Oh, okay.
So like the moon normally, it's just the gravitational pull. So like it's wherever the moon is kind of opposite of, there would be less water, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which is the actual
thing that's happening.
That's what's happening. Yeah.
But it's tidal. It's in a tidal orbit. So as the moon, the Earth, it kind of like stretches the Earth a little bit. The moon pulls the side of the Earth a little bit, which causes the tide. And as the moon orbits the Earth, it causes the tide to go with it. That actually happens, but they think it's the moon is sitting up above the Earth and going around in a circle,
Right.
like if you held a ping pong ball over top of a pizza, and that the tide is like a ripple going around the pizza.
Okay.
So I mean, okay, so
Which would not account for the tides all over the world because they happen at different times in different places all over the world.
do they think somebody created this? Because that sounds like not science, maybe magic. Do they think there's like God did this
Seems
shit?
like Are they religious?
Well, yeah,
Like,
a
what
lot
is
of
this?
them. A lot of them are religious, and in the Bible it says that the Earth is a firmament. Whatever that means, it has to be flat.
Okay.
So there's a lot of like religious flat earthers,
Theories,
which are fine. That's whatever. That's not. I don't think that's even the majority of them. The majority of them are the government's lying. But
what the gain or
I don't
lose?
know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. One of their other theories is that there's never been a picture of the Earth taken from outer space. They claim it's all CGI, right?
Well,
but there's a Japanese satellite that's literal only job to do is constantly film the Earth. And you could go online and look at it anytime you want.
so it's like a nonstop feed.
Constantly I think it takes a picture like every 21 minutes.
Oh, okay. So
And that's
like
that's a whole other government doing that too. So it isn't like our government's making this shit up.
Right, exactly. And there's like the Russians have filmed from outer space. Like there's people we don't get along with that would not go along with our conspiracies if we.
Yeah, right.
People always think it's just like, oh, the American government lies. Well, first of all, every government lies to everybody.
Yeah.
But they don't collude with each other to lie about
Let's get them all.
dumb
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they are lying a little bit, Jeff, because I'm going to tell you why. Some of the space station videos are fake. They've been proven to be fake.
There's some of them that are simulations.
They're not calling them simulations. They're saying they're in space.
Right.
And they're videos of like them floating around.
I've seen what you're talking about, and it's NASA's version versus the YouTube version that you're watching.
Oh.
Is that this is a simulation of what actually happened on this spacewalk. The YouTube people take the simulation and go, this is what they're showing you.
So, no. Then why would they spray the girl's hair up like the Bride of Frankenstein to simulate that there was
like she
gravity.
was upside down. Gravity.
Right, yeah, like no gravity. And they're doing tricks like flipping, and then you could see the one guy grab the wire that's making the guy flip.
I seen this.
It's obviously fake. And then there's also a footage of them doing an interview, walking through like NASA's floor, where you could see them doctoring a fucking video up. Like there's a video that aired where a guy was in space, and then
is this like that's what I'm saying? Is this a training video that's been repurposed as?
No, they were interviews. One was a Good Morning America interview, and they had the girl's hair obviously hair sprayed out like that. Hair don't do that in space. It'll move around. Her shit was like a rock going up. Then they
just going up. This is it.
And they're doing all kinds of weird tricks in space, like to show Good Morning America, like what we do. And then the one guy is getting away, and he grabs the wire from his side to pull him back in. You see the wire connected to him that's making him look like he's floating. That's real. They are faking shit.
I got to see what you're talking about.
I'll show it to you. Anybody
where
who's
did
listening,
you see it?
Everywhere. That video was surfacing.
On TikTok, on YouTube,
everywhere. Dude. And look, for our people listening at home, just look up like
don't
space interview, fake space.
Space is bullshit. Flat Earth.
They're faking shit. They are. So that's
look
where the level
up NASA
of trust.
faking shit debunked, and then we'll see what's what.
But again,
all
like, what
I'm
do they
saying
have to
is, I
gain?
can see that gives them flat Earth people fuel.
Yeah, that would give you.
Of course,
right,
and that's
right.
what I'm saying. Like that flat Earth Dave dude will take a training video of astronauts training for what it's like to be weightless in space. Of course, they're on wires and harnesses and all. And he'll splice that in and say, "This is from
actual
NASA's
they're claiming
actual
footage,
website."
yeah.
And meanwhile, he just knows none of his people are going to go look at NASA's website. They're just going to
take it off of his word, right?
So you have to look at what. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't believe that you saw that or believe that.
That's real.
I don't believe
it's
in Good Morning
they
America that they were on harnesses in space.
Absolutely, they were. They absolutely were.
All right. Well,
that was fake. It was 100% faked, and that really happened. And it,
so what do you got now?
So does
round Earth, marble, fuck.
All right. So
one for the flat earthers.
Moonlight.
We got his ass.
Well, that didn't prove that.
Nothing.
Earth is flat.
Relax.
It's an inkling of doubt.
Well,
so what about the two?
Need,
what about the two astronauts that are stuck in space right now?
They're not.
They're not real.
They're in Arizona.
That never happened. They're in the desert right now.
Right, having a good old time at the.
What
Joshua
about
tree.
So when they go up there and the Russian astronauts are fake too?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. Why would they be real?
And the Chinese ones too.
Dude, you remember? Maybe. You remember when? What was it? Like what country was doing like a landing, like a lunar landing or something? And it was like. Look,
India. That was fake. It was a simulation.
It was a simulation, but everybody put it out there like,
yes,
look how fake this looks.
Yeah. They're like, who was standing on the moon and taping the things?
Right.
What?
Who's this extra?
It's obviously a cartoon. Well, nobody was standing on the moon taping it.
But I mean that's how they should simulate cartoons or computer stuff. They shouldn't be having actual real people, actors, fucking, or like the astronauts reenacting. They shouldn't do that because that shit gets tricky.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little.
Yeah, they shouldn't try to make it so realistic. It should be, like obviously CGI or something.
Well, the hair should have gave it away, right? With the hair staying up.
The India one looked like ridiculous.
It did.
It looked like construction paper airplane.
It did.
Looked like a South Park episode.
Dude, it looked like a South Park. It looked like little fire things were coming out.
You know what made that so funny? Because for a little bit,
Saddam Hussein was on the moon going.
Yeah. Well, I thought that I didn't know that was a simulation when I first seen it. And I sent it to him. And I was like, look at this bullshit.
He's like, dude, look at this bullshit. And I'm like, Rick, this is obviously a fucking simulation.
But then you know what makes it funny?
That's
because,
why he can't see.
You ever see like Bollywood movies? How they
their
graphics and shit. That's what made me laugh. I'm like, they like low budgeted this too.
They low budget this. This guy. They're some of the best.
Like if Japan sends something to the moon, it's gonna look like Godzilla movie when they show you this similar. He's like, "There's no Godzilla on the moon."
Long and behold, that's funny.
All right, so
what do you got?
The spinning ball.
Okay,
right. This is one for the small brains.
I'm here.
They want
came right at us.
They'll wet a tennis ball and then spin it real fast, and all the water flies off.
Right.
So,
we wouldn't be on the if it was.
If the Earth was spinning 1,000 miles an hour, all the water would just go flying off into space,
including people.
Well, tennis balls have no gravity, first of all, so the water wouldn't be able to stick to the ball.
To hold down.
Second of all, the Earth rotates at 1 per day, one time.
Right.
1 revolution a day. Wet a tennis ball and then let it rotate 1 per day.
Nothing's coming off.
Yeah. The water's not going to go flying off the side.
Yeah,
exactly. Their perspective. They just think you can go Earth round, tennis ball round, exact same thing.
Missing a lot of steps in the math.
Yeah. The Earth has it's hard to comprehend the gravitational force of the Earth.
Right.
A tennis ball has 0 gravity, and it's just stupid to go like, oh, this thing, if I spin it really fast, the water flies off. Therefore,
explain
the Earth's flat.
While you're in Earth's gravity, part of the reason is
exactly. Right. And where does the water go once it flies off the tennis ball?
The ground.
Yeah, because of gravity.
Nailed it. Well, we're learning shit today.
Yep. There's no lunar eclipse in the flat Earth. Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because the Earth can't pass between the sun and the moon. Right. If the moon and the sun just hover above the Earth.
That's how they explain it when they see it.
I don't know that one.
They just say it don't happen, and
it's clearly happened. I sat outside on the last one and seen it.
A lot of them think that like the moon is actually like a hologram.
Oh,
so that and like they just make it look like the Earth's going between the moon and the sun.
I love it. I want to be they.
I know.
You want to be that?
They make all of
they have so much fun, dude.
They are tripping.
They make us look like idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, these dudes, look, there's a flat Earth, but we're going to like make the moon be eclipsed, and it'll blow their minds because they won't know how
this happened, right?
Yeah. So then you got like the vacuum of space, where they go, it's impossible for the Earth to sit, like the atmosphere to sit next to the vacuum of space. Because in their minds, the vacuum of space is a giant vacuum cleaner and would suck the atmosphere right off of the Earth. But again, it has to do with gravitational pull of the Earth. Everything in the core of the Earth is the densest part. As you go out, everything gets less dense, less dense. Now you're at the mantle where we all live on the crust. Then the air gets less and less as it goes outwards. And then you have space outside of that. So everything is being pulled to the center of the Earth. So the air, the atmosphere, and all the air that we breathe and everything is being pulled toward. Where the vacuum starts is where there's no more stuff to pull towards the Earth.
Right.
Because it's a vacuum, because nothing is there. If there was stuff there, what happens when things come near the Earth? They get sucked into the Earth.
Burn out.
Not out into the vacuum of space.
Right.
So that's another one that it's just, if they just went to like paid attention in high school physics, they would just have absorbed any of this stuff.
Bastages.
Rivers don't flow uphill. Correct, they don't. Sometimes they flow north, but they don't flow uphill. There's no case in the world where a river leaves zero elevation and rises, 1,000 feet in the air.
So their argument is that that does exist, and
no, they don't make the argument that it does. They make the argument rivers don't flow uphill. They think uphill means north. They have a northern hemisphere bias. So here, the Mississippi starts up in Minnesota and ends up down by New Orleans, and the elevation decreases all along the way. It starts at like 1,100 feet in Minnesota and goes down. It's always going downhill. They think it's being pulled like toward down, like to the bottom of the world, which it's not. It's just going down toward the equator is where most of the water, that's where the Gulf Stream starts to turn back around. Each hemisphere has a different way. So ours goes that way, theirs goes that way. But in the southern hemisphere, there are rivers that would look like they're flowing north, like towards the equator, but really they're just running downhill. It's just downhill underneath. When you look at the Earth like a globe, it looks like there's a top and a bottom, and we live in the top half and they live in the bottom half. In space, there is no top and bottom. There's no top of space where we're oriented toward. Space is just anything up from the Earth, and wherever you're standing on the Earth, you can look up.
Yeah.
Which to us, if you look at a planet, a globe, it looks like up is where we are. Here's us in Philadelphia, and we look up. We're not looking up toward the North Pole. We're looking up straight out into space.
Space, right.
They're doing the same thing in Australia, or in South America,
right.
Antarctica, wherever you're at. Wherever you look directly up, you're looking up.
Yeah, you're looking into space, right?
Yeah. But there's some people that, oh my God, some of these people, they're like, show me a boat sailing down, like in the southern hemisphere. They think boats sail upside down if they're down by like Australia.
Like some Pirates of the Caribbean type shit. Look, what?
Like these people used to just shut up.
Right.
Because they didn't know shit. Now they just say it with their whole chest. Like, this.
Well, they're getting the numbers. They're feeling brave. You know what I mean?
They see a ball, and they see, oh, there's where we live. It looks like it's kind of at the top.
Right.
what about this part under here? How could a boat sail in this water under here? It would be upside down and fall off.
Right.
If it, like literally, if they were just taught relativity, they could. I mean, little kids can basically understand it.
Yeah, get the grip of it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But
what's relativity?
General relativity. It's that everything exists in relation to everything else.
Got it?
Sort of.
Not at all. It's all right.
So if you start traveling at the speed of like, I don't know, I'm just kidding. I can't.
I thought I was listening.
But the Earth's round. The Earth is
I
round.
gotta understand this.
Yeah, I was like getting all this in the sauce and this shit.
Yeah.
It's just like think about like never mind, whatever.
Fuck that shit.
You don't fucking know.
It's hard.
Earth's flat.
Earth is flat. You heard it here first. Our expert couldn't fucking prove nothing.
It's flat. I was fucking with you guys. I knew it was flat the whole time.
He doesn't know his shit. How does he not know there's
I didn't know I was going to give a relativity lecture here, so I can't do it right now. It's all come off
You
the
know
top.
there's going to be flat earthers watching that. Like,
Yeah. That proves it.
Yeah.
Son of
I
a bitch.
I couldn't pull that one right off the top of the dome. I'll prepare.
That's all right.
I'll prepare for.
I like it.
Hold on. Let's look at the definition of relativity.
All right. Bring it in, boy.
Yeah, let's look at that.
So you're saying they're just like constantly in your feed trying to prove how this shit is all going down. This is crazy.
And the one thing you'll hear these people all say, and it's not just about flat Earth, it's about a lot of conspiracies. Is
right. I'm sure it's all tied in together.
Yeah,
right?
they're always telling you that you've been brainwashed.
Oh, so you brainwashed me with your shit.
Right.
Right.
But telling someone they've been brainwashed is just opening the door for
to be
you
brainwashed.
to be able to brainwash them.
Yeah, right. I'd be like
everything you've ever heard is a lie. Now let me tell you about some new shit.
Let me give you the
got
truth.
here. This is the real stuff.
Are you ready,
How the fuck
for
do
the
Yeah,
definition?
let's hear
Yeah, all right, go.
The dependence of various physical phenomenon or relative motion of the observer and the observed object.
That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
It is what I said.
Especially
fucking
regarding
word.
the nature of behavior of light, space, time, and gravity.
Yeah.
There it is.
So like light, like the famous experiment that proved relativity was during an eclipse. We know the positions of the stars in the sky, and there was a star that was supposed to be obscured by the sun. But if Einstein was right, and the sun warped space, you'd be able, when the moon went in front of the sun, you'd be able to see the star behind the sun because it would be like the light coming at the sun and warping around the side of it and coming back, and you'd be able to see the star even though it's directly behind the sun from your perspective. And that's how he proved relativity. He predicted that you would be able to do that during an eclipse, and then it happened, and everybody went, "Yeah,
he's right.
Sweet relativity."
We could be wrong on all this shit. Aliens are going to come here and fucking like, oh, you got your math wrong, you got your colors wrong.
Could.
But that's wrong.
See, that's the thing.
You've been brainwashed.
That's the thing about flat Earth is that they never have science. They don't believe in science. Well, really, I think they really do. They just
how can you
science that
they just know that they
Yeah.
can get debunked by science. So, and they don't want to have to be responsible to do any science. So you'll never you'll never see a proof. You'll never see a paper written and submitted to a journal for peer review that says like, hey, look, we got this wrong. This thing actually is the Earth's flat because of this, or even any little piece of the flat Earth theory that you know, or any peer review like journal entry that disputes something that debunks the flat Earth. You'll never see any science coming from them. It's all just you're getting lied to. Science isn't real. Like, of course,
fuck that. Yeah. They made it up. More for the brainwashing.
Somehow planes just fly and we have fucking computers in our pockets, but science isn't real.
Yeah.
That's their whole thing, is that the government lied to you, and there is the religious people, and I get that they can't. That's cognitive dissonance. They can't hold the two beliefs. They need to believe the Bible literally. Now, there's of course other religious people that say that, you know, the Bible's metaphorical. It's not. You don't have to believe every single word in the Bible. The earth can be round and the Bible could still be true.
Right.
Those are, to me, normal people, the people who need to believe word for word and think like dinosaurs were on Noah's Ark. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Put a fucking brontosaurus. Put 2 brontosaurs on the
Well, they're
Ark.
not here. I don't think they made the boat.
Yeah. And the boat, the dimensions of the boat.
Right.
Like 2 dinosaurs would take up the whole boat.
Yeah,
there wouldn't be any room for anything.
It's not room here.
Yeah. And then there's like 30 different sizes. Like we think of Brontosaurus, right? That's the, in the Steven Spielberg and Jurassic Park, that first foot you see.
Right.
There's like 40 other dinosaurs that were the same size as that thing.
Right.
Like 40 different species of just that. Those plant eaters. Okay, so say you could get 1 of each of 2 of each of those on a boat. You'd need 23 other boats to carry all the fucking food those things are going to eat.
Imagine the shit alone.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they don't have to shit.
They're magical.
They go over the side.
Assholes all pointed to the fucking over the fucking side of the boat here.
All right, we're hitting that hour.
Yeah, we are.
What do you, Flat Earth, obviously, yes, for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all in. It sounds like to me.
All right, Flat Earth, you heard it here. We proved it.
Pancake Planet.
All right, well, it has been a pleasure.
No, it was cool. It was interesting. I didn't know they were like so serious. Like I know they, they're out there, but I didn't think it was the numbers are growing and shit like that. So that's crazy.
Grifters taking advantage of people. that are like that. Maybe didn't have a good base of education and are just looking for some answers.
That's how I feel about round earthers. All right, so we did it. Another show in the books. Don't forget, what's the name of our show again?
He's going to fall asleep.
Follow, and subscribe, bro. All right.
Bye.
Conspiracy Zone. There it is, buddy.
Flat Earth.